Hey guys, it's Red Nomster, and I'm in a separate Redstone world today to show off something that I've come up with. I think it's pretty unique. I haven't really seen anybody try it before. The concept has been tried before, but never in this way, and I think this is probably the best way so far, in my opinion, that I've seen. So, basically what the system is an anti-griefing system. It can also be manipulated by buttons, too, so if you want to actually turn griefing off and on without having to be an op, you could do the thing. You can do that. Okay, so this guy over here says no griefing please. As you can see, we can click on him, we can buy stuff from him if we really want to, which isn't good. We can see these barrier blocks. Now these barrier blocks have nothing to do with the griefing system. I just didn't want him walking around the place a bunch, and I was too lazy to give him the slowness effect. So, but as you can see, we can place blocks, we can shoot our bow, it goes distances, stuff like that. So if we come over here and we turn the griefing on, or griefing off, so we can't grief anymore. We can't break blocks, we can't place blocks, we can't shoot the bow, it'll just stay inside of our block. And I am in creative, so keep that in mind. So even in creative this works, but also that won't hurt you in survival, you won't shoot yourself, so don't worry about that. We can't break stuff, I can't blaze stuff, we can't light stuff on fire, so if I try to break this tree with fire, it's not gonna do nothing. We can't kill this dude over here, nor can we click on him. So it's pretty decent in my opinion. If we go inside the water, you might see a little bit of a early sign of what this might be if you've seen my last couple of videos, but it doesn't mess with the water either because it's not placing actual blocks, so the water won't be affected. But yeah, so I'm going to go over the redstone and I'll see you over there. Alright guys, if we look over here, we can see every command that isn't involved in this. Every command that I used for the anti-griefing system is on the right side of this iron wall. It's pretty simple actually how it works, but I like the concept. It's pretty neat. So we have a fill command that's filling redstone blocks all the way along this line, and a fill air command that's filling air all the way along this line. So it's pretty common nowadays. I'm probably not going to mention that in any of my videos just because it's time consuming and it's pretty repetitive because I use that in a lot of my command block things. It's pretty helpful. So what it's doing is it's summoning falling sand, and a player cannot hit falling sand, he cannot place blocks through falling sand because he's still detecting the falling sand that's there. The trick is that it's a end portal, so basically end portals are invisible as falling sand. The only thing that's not invisible about them is their shadow, and you can kind of tell, as I went in the water over there, you could see the shadow of some of them, but that's just how it works. So, but basically it's summoning a falling sand in portal entity all the way around me in basically this setup. So as you can see, there's a hitbox, and I can't hit any of those sandstone blocks due to the fact that there is a block in the way. Even if it is an entity, it's still in the way. So just imagine all these glass and this spider web, and even say like a block like this, like that, was actually an invisible wall. So we have this little 1x1 block to work with. Actually, it's a little bit less than that, because I'm summoning most of the entities, except for that one, 1.65 blocks tall relative to my player. And what that does is basically it gets rid of the shadow that it gives off. The only one that gives off a shadow is, oops, that was the wrong spot, is the one that's below me a little bit, so it's actually like 1.5 blocks, so you can kind of see a little flicker. As you can see, I have a shadow and I have a little following shadow, but that kind of goes and signifies that you are in a no griefing zone without you having to be told, basically, by signs and stuff like that. But yeah, like what this does, can't break these blocks. Even if we are in creative mode, they should break instantly. So at any height, pretty much, even ones that are diagonal to us, it actually does prevent quite well from us breaking it. So yeah, it works the same with fire, and like I said as earlier, these arrows will actually hit the sand entities, or the falling sand entities, and just bounce off and chill inside of us. If we go into game mode 0 and try to shoot these arrows, they're not going to hurt us. They just chill inside of us, and we can pick them back up if we want to. So that's neat as well. And something that is pretty neat as well is that we can, well, we can't open doors really, maybe if we get close enough. Nope. So I'm going to go back and game mode 1, so I can fly over this. We can disable it with a button, I think, if we're in the non-griefing mode. So if I try to turn griefing back on, you just gotta get really close. Maybe, possibly not. I don't know. It worked earlier, like when I recorded this, but apparently not. Maybe if you get really close, huh? Well, technically they are inside of your hitbox, basically, because they are not. They stick out a little bit. Levers might work better, but you guys might have to experiment with that a little bit. I had it working earlier, but I guess it doesn't work anymore. Maybe it's just for apps. Who knows? But yeah, so it's pretty interesting. Can't break stuff. It's very helpful. It's very seamless, in my opinion. It doesn't leave anything behind. It's not going to interfere with anything, really. There are a few things, like mobs can still kill you, so just want to make sure there's no mobs in there, because mobs, I'm pretty sure, can still kill you. I'm not sure if the entities mess up the tracking. I'm not sure if they can see through that or not. Anyways, that might be something cool to play around with. This is a good example of how you can see the shadows, because they are 1.65 blocks relative to the player, so you can see these three right here surrounding me. Can't break them, obviously, can't hit through them, but you can see the shadow of them, just because they're a block next to me anyways. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's relative to the player. You can probably set it up to just a radius of a location that you don't want people to grief. That makes it a lot easier. So it's relative to the player and it's in a radius. So it's pretty cool. That's all I have for this video, guys. Like and subscribe, it helps. Tell me what you guys could use this for. I'm pretty sure this is quite useful. And it's very easy to set up. It's just these commands and it's pretty much just repetitive. Yeah. To turn it off, you just have to set a redstone block there, which I can't really do due to the fact that I can't. You can't even. I mean, you can, obviously. You can set a redstone block there if you know the coordinates. But as you can see, under local difficulty, it should say, under it anyways, it should say the location of that block, which it doesn't, just due to the fact that we're looking at an entity, and that's in the way of the block, so we're not even looking at a block right now. So you can kind of tell just by that. If we get a redstone block, actually I did take out that system. There's a command here, 1.5, which would stop you from going down really quickly and placing a block, but I took that out just so I could stop it for the video. Yeah, but that's pretty much it, guys. That's all you gotta do. As you can see, it says I'm looking at this block now, 178, 56, 311. But if I go ahead and start this clock, it'll get rid of that. So it's just a pretty good example. But yeah, that's all I got for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.